Hello, my fellow humans. Welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this channel, this journey, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And with that being said, let's go ahead and hop to it. We're going to find out what is today's daily dice message in regards to career and finances. So, Source, what is today's daily dice message in regards to career and finances? What messages do you have for us today? What would you like my fellow humans to know in regards to career and finances, Source? What messages do you have for us? So we've got the 4th house, we've got Scorpio energy and Neptune. Ooh, okay, so it does look like for you to get more successful at your career right now, it's about delving deep into the emotional side of you. Maybe you've been really running away from yourself emotionally lately and just really pouring into work, which we have a tendency to do, right? But look, you have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy here. And so this is a very watery reading already, right? You have early childhood. This is like family roots, your cultural roots, home, your peace, your comfort, the mother wound, the child wound. Like this is that internal nurturing as well. And then you have with Scorpio energy here, like the occult, the darkness, delving into the things that are hidden below the shadow and healing and rebirth with those, and leaning more towards that, those darker practices that, you know, it's like the dark feminine and the dark masculine, and healing those parts of ourselves. And with Neptune, we see the illusions, right? The things that are unseen to us. And so there's something here with your career and finances that are keeping you from being successful because of something unseen. It's not outside of you. This is something within you. I feel like a lot of people immediately just jump to, oh, I'm cursed. Someone's trying to keep me from getting what I want. Someone's cast a spell on me. Someone's put me into this bubble and I can't get out of it. And so we want to blame everyone else for not our shortcomings, but what we feel is our inability to be successful. And in reality, that's something that is internal, that's trying to be looked at here. And so we do see a sense of shame that's coming through here. Definitely feel like shame is at the top of this list here. Could be any other emotions, but that's the one that's the strongest right now, is feeling ashamed of who you are, what it is that you're doing, what it is that you enjoy. You know, you're different, and being different seems like the scariest thing in society. And you may be like, I don't care what other people think, but it's an intrinsic value that's been passed on to us for generations, that if we're different, we're going to get ostracized and possibly exiled from the tribe. And to be exiled from our tribe meant death. Right? And this is something that's been passed down for generations. It's like, even though you can say, I don't care what other people think, everyone is still fighting this belief internally of, I don't want to be exiled from the group because that means certain death, even though now it doesn't, right? Like it just doesn't. You can be completely independent. You can be completely by yourself in a solo setting and still be successful. But right now we do feel like something coming up from the depths that has to do, it's tied in to the mother's generational wounding here. This is something that's coming down from your mother's line. Okay, so looking at your mother's line and the patterns that are there, they're saying that you'll find the key here. You'll find the answer. This could have to do with having a belief that you're not worthy of having money, or like since it's the mother line, like that a woman can't be as successful as a man. It's just a belief, right? It's not a reality. It's a belief. And for those of you that really are saying, no, that's a reality, then you're stuck in that patterning where that's dictating the success in your life. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you change your belief, you change your life, and so you bring the unknown in to the known and you're like, okay, I choose not to let these beliefs run my life anymore. So how do I reform a new belief system in there that says that it doesn't matter if I'm a woman, it doesn't matter if my mother was a woman, we have a choice to be successful, we just have to go that route, and I choose to go that route. So what steps do I need to take to become successful? You're beginning to eradicate that old belief and replace it with something of value here. And that's what it feels like, especially with Scorpio here at the highlight of the reading. It's just talking about this is doing something different in a way that maybe others don't agree with, or that others, you know, don't believe in, or that is just something that's kind of scary, right? Like it's going in a different direction than what you normally have done. And so like if you have a group of friends and all you do is bash, like I don't know why this is coming out, but it's like all you do is bash men because they're men, right? Like, oh, men have it easy, you know, they get to pee and they get to stand and pee and they get paid more at the jobs and they can have these hard jobs and no one questions them. They get their pick of the litter of the women and they get to choose who they want to marry, and women are just subjected to this really weird situation where men have everything in control. Well, we're continuing to feed into that societal belief rather than taking a stand and saying, I choose not to be a part of that. And also equally so, there's a balance here, not being the toxic feminine, right? Like not being the toxic feminine where it's like, oh, freedom, 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 we don't need men. Like, no, we need each other. Like, no matter what, they need us as much as we need them, okay? And you could say, no, like, we have all these advances. It has nothing to do with the scientific advances. It's, if we were meant to live in a society where there were no men, then men wouldn't have been created. And likewise, if men were meant to live in a society without women, women would not have been created. We have to look at this from the creator standpoint. There is a purpose as to why both genders, and yes, this is a gender reading, and I apologize, it doesn't matter what you identify with, okay? Whether you're non-binary or if you identify with a woman or if you identify with a male. I am talking genders here in the state of we need both. Both are here for us to exist in a certain pattern, and understanding the other in this pattern and understanding the toxicity that we may have when it comes to that energy, whether it's masculine or feminine here, okay? So we have Earth flying out here with persistence, patience, and practicality, showing up with level-headed energy here and not just flying off because you're angry about a way that things were. And this is such a specific reading, so this may not resonate with everyone. I apologize. That's the way that it's going, though, and I have to read the energies that's coming in. Yeah, look, we have Saturn energy, feeling restricted, experiencing struggle, learning hard work, and patience. So patience is something that's very, very important here, but we do see there's been a huge struggle here. It's something that's slow moving. It's not coming in fast, and it's interesting that this has to do with your career, right? It's a challenging situation, a mountain to climb. This is a belief system that's coming to play here, though. This is not because the system is the way that it is. This is literally a fight against an old belief system, because when you change your belief system, then the universe will make way for possibilities, okay? And that's what they're trying to say here. It's like the universe is trying to make way for possibilities, but how can I make ways for possibilities when someone's not going to see the opportunity there? Right? Yeah, movement. We have, you will make good progress now. You'll be able to overcome any obstacles in your path. Big leaps forward are possible. Okay, and then we have Brilliance. You discover your own genius by breaking away from the grind to follow your own inspiration. Your ideas bring recognition. Look, I cannot make this up. Like, I can't. This is just that energy that's coming in. It's so profound. It's so strong. This is like an old belief. And it doesn't have to be men versus women. It could be anything, right? It could be anything. And it just feels like a versus in there. It's this versus that, or that versus this. Like, that's what it feels like here. Roll the dice. Time to put yourself out there. You are hiding your talents, and it's time to take a risk and step into the spotlight now. So stop hiding behind this idea and let yourself be seen is the message here. And then on the bottom, we have limitations. Obstacles are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought, or simply choose something better than you. So they're being very clear here at the message here. I'm just going to like move these over a little bit. I was going to get some more cards, but honestly, we're just getting more cards to clarify exactly what I was feeling. You know, Saturn is all about limitations, the struggles, the resistance that we're going through. But it is also about the sacrifice, right? And then with the limitations card coming out as well, it's showing that this is the main thing that we're looking at here. It's like we're trying to help you overcome a limitation here that's keeping you from being seen. Like there's a belief that's coming out here, and they're just making it the men versus women because that's like an age-old belief that's coming to light here. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. It could be educated versus non-educated, a degree versus no degree, experience versus no experience. It could be anything, but that's what I'm saying. It's like a versus here. There's like a versus. It's the reason that I'm not being successful is because of this versus that, right? And that's the limitation that's coming to light here. And so for you to have success, this is about dealing with the emotional connection that you have to that limitation. Like, where does that trigger reside? Where is it coming from? And why does it have so much control over you? And how can you give that trigger acknowledgement so that you can overcome this and let yourself be seen here by letting go of the shadow side of yourself and stepping into the light? Okay, so this is what I see here for you. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little dice emoji down below and say, I let go of the shadow, knowing that the light is leading the way for my career and finances. And if this happened to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all those links necessary below in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on membership. So if not, I thank you for your continued support here. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here, though, and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, source, and my guides for coming together to give us this amazing message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.